In the heart of Death Valley National Park lies one of the world's most peculiar mysteries, the sailing stones of Racetrack Playa. These rocks, some weighing hundreds of pounds, move across the dry lake bed, leaving long, deliberate trails etched into the surface. For decades, they baffled scientists, adventurers, and conspiracy theorists, sparking debates about extraterrestrial forces, unknown earthly powers, or marvels of physics and geology. Today, science has unveiled much of the mystery, yet the rare and unique conditions behind this phenomenon continue to inspire awe. The stage: Racetrack Playa, a geological canvas. Racetrack Playa is an extraordinary setting, offering the perfect environment for these curious rocks to perform their slow-motion choreography. Situated at an elevation of 3,708 feet in a remote corner of Death Valley, the playa stretches 2.8 miles in length and 1.3 miles in width. Its surface is a flat, cracked layer of sun-baked clay that occasionally transforms into a slick, muddy expanse when wet. Surrounding this peculiar flatland are rugged mountain ranges from which the sailing stones originate. These mountains slowly release boulders through erosion and gravity, sending them tumbling onto the playa floor where the mystery begins. The isolation of Racetrack Playa only adds to its mystique, as its remote location means it is rarely disturbed by human or animal activity, leaving the rocks and their trails undisturbed for long periods. The stars of the show: the stones. The sailing stones come in a variety of shapes and sizes, from small, fist-sized rocks to boulders weighing hundreds of pounds. Most are composed of dolomite or syenite, both of which are common in the surrounding mountains. These rocks, despite their weight, seem to move effortlessly across the playa. The trails they leave behind vary dramatically. Some are straight and steady, while others zigzag, curve, or even abruptly change direction. This variation adds another layer of complexity to the mystery, challenging scientists to explain not just the movement, but also the individuality of each stone's path. Early observations: tracks without witnesses. The phenomenon of the sailing stones was first formally documented in the early 1900s, though local indigenous tribes and early settlers likely observed it much earlier. The first scientific study of the stones began in the 1940s when geologists noticed the unusual trails crisscrossing the playa. Early explanations ranged from strong winds to magnetic fields, but none could account for how even the heaviest rocks, some weighing up to 700 pounds, could move unaided. Furthermore, no one had ever witnessed the stones in motion. The mystery deepened when observers noted that some trails suggested abrupt changes in direction, as if the stones had stopped, turned, and started again. Decades of theories, from the outlandish to the scientific. For much of the 20th century, the sailing stones were a hotbed of speculation. Early theories suggested that powerful winds pushed the stones across the playa. But this idea struggled to account for the stone's weight and the lack of similar phenomena in other windy desert regions. Others proposed that thin sheets of ice formed beneath the stones during cold desert nights, reducing friction and enabling movement. Still, no one had seen the process unfold, and the explanations remained unverified. Adding to the intrigue were theories that bordered on the fantastical. Some claimed the stones were moved by mysterious energy fields, while others suggested extraterrestrial involvement. These explanations, while entertaining, detracted from the serious scientific inquiry needed to solve the mystery. By the late 20th century, advancements in technology and methodology finally allowed researchers to investigate the phenomenon in greater detail. The breakthrough: capturing the movement in real time. In 2013, a team of researchers led by Richard Norris and James Norris finally cracked the case using modern technology. They equipped several rocks with GPS trackers and installed time-lapse cameras around Racetrack Playa to monitor the stones continuously. After months of waiting, they finally captured the stones in motion during a rare winter storm. The footage revealed that the rocks moved when a thin layer of water covered the playa and froze overnight. As temperatures rose during the day, the ice began to melt and break apart into large sheets. These ice sheets, floating on the water's surface, acted like sails in the wind. When the wind blew, it pushed the ice against the rocks, which then slid across the slick mud underneath. The researchers observed that the stones moved at speeds of about 5 meters per minute, confirming that the combination of water, ice, and wind was responsible for their enigmatic movement. The perfect storm. Conditions for sailing. The movement of the sailing stones is an extraordinary example of how delicate and precise natural conditions can create a seemingly impossible phenomenon. First, the playa must receive just enough rainfall or snowmelt to create a thin layer of water. Next, temperatures must drop low enough to freeze this water into a layer of ice, typically no more than a few millimeters thick. Finally, the ice must melt and break into sheets that are light enough to be pushed by gentle winds, usually no more than 10 miles per hour. These conditions are exceedingly rare, occurring only a few times each decade, which explains why the phenomenon eluded direct observation for so long. The aftermath of discovery. A new perspective. The 2013 discovery solved the mystery of the sailing stones, but it also raised new questions. For instance, could similar phenomena occur in other parts of the world under similar conditions? Researchers have since explored this possibility, identifying other dry lake beds that might host comparable events. Additionally, the study of Racetrack Playa has opened new avenues for understanding how ice, wind, and water interact in natural systems, a topic with implications for everything from climate science to planetary geology. A fragile wonder. In recent years, concerns have grown about the impact of climate change on Racetrack Playa. Rising temperatures and decreasing precipitation in Death Valley could reduce the frequency of the specific conditions needed for the stones to move. This means that the sailing stones, already a rare phenomenon, may become even rarer in the future. Efforts are also underway to protect the playa from human interference. The National Park Service has implemented strict rules to prevent visitors from walking on the fragile surface or disturbing the stones, ensuring that this natural wonder remains intact for future generations. Visiting the playa. A journey into the unknown. For those brave enough to venture to Racetrack Playa, the experience is nothing short of magical. The remote location and rugged terrain make reaching the playa an adventure in itself. Visitors must navigate rough gravel roads and be prepared for extreme desert conditions, including scorching heat during the day and freezing temperatures at night. However, the rewards are well worth the effort. The silence is so profound it feels almost otherworldly, amplifying the sense of mystery and awe. Standing on the vast, empty expanse of Racetrack Playa, surrounded by mountains and under a sky that seems to stretch forever, one cannot help but feel a profound connection to the natural forces that shape our world. A mystery worth remembering. The sailing stones of Racetrack Playa are more than just a scientific curiosity. They are a testament to the intricate and often hidden mechanisms that govern our planet. Their story is one of patience, persistence, and the power of observation, reminding us that even the most ordinary objects can hold extraordinary secrets. As we continue to explore and understand the world around us, the sailing stones stand as a symbol of the mysteries that await discovery, challenging us to look closer, think deeper, and never stop asking questions. They inspire a sense of wonder, reminding us that nature often has the most surprising stories to tell. And that's the fascinating tale of Death Valley's mysterious sailing stones, proof that even rocks can have more exciting travel stories than most of us. If this blew your mind, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more captivating mysteries and mind-boggling facts. See you next time, adventurers. Stay curious.